Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here at the Ruttenberg Library. I wanted to come to you this morning with a book haul. I was able to pick up 4 new books this last weekend. I got to go to St. Joe because my wife's stepfather had his birthday and we went out to eat. And of course, I couldn't go to St. Joe without having a stop at Books Revisited, one of my favorite bookstores in St. Joe. It's connected to the Rolling Hills Library, and so they take books out of the library, out of circulation. They put them up there, they sell them for dirt cheap, and all the money goes to charities and good community stuff. And people donate books, and then those get sold. And it's a really good bookstore with a good mission, and I like supporting them. And recently they had somebody bring in, I was talking to the guy who runs it, and he was talking about recently they had somebody from Iowa bring down an entire trailer load of history books to the store, and that got me pretty excited because I was trying to figure out, okay, so now I got to go through and I got to try to find all of these, and I found some magnificent titles. I had to be I had to compromise with my wife, so I couldn't pick up everything I saw. I only actually picked up 3 history books and 1 fiction. There was a ton of them I left behind. They had perfect copies of William Manchester's Volume 1 and Volume 2 of his Winston Churchill set. And they were in perfect condition. I wanted those so badly. And they had, there was just a bunch of them. I'm not going to try to remember all of them. There were a bunch of really good selections there. And, when you could pick up those Churchill books for $3 a piece, they're hardback, perfect condition. That's something you need to do. And so who knows, maybe I'll end up going back and trying to pick those up if they're still there. But anyway, let's get into the books. I was able to find another Ian Fleming book, another James Bond. And this is the last of the James Bond. I think there's 13 in the series, maybe 14, 13. I think it's 13. But anyway, this is the last one, The Man with the Golden Gun. And I was thinking this did not match my older set, but it actually kind of does. It is a signet, and it just doesn't have the James Bond thing that goes up and down like all of my other ones up here. I got 4 of them up there, and this will be the 5th one. And I've been trying to pick these up as I see them, so I was real excited about that. This particular one is signet book, New American Library, and it is from 1965. That was when it was originally published. This printing is 1966. So anyway, I was really excited about that. You guys that follow the channel know that I've been reading these as I get them, and they're short enough you can read them in a day if you have enough time to sit down, or 2 days. This one's only 158 pages. Read the back cover to you right fast. So the man with the golden gun blasts into action with the shocker of a beginning that explodes into high-voltage adventure. This treacherous exploit pits Bond against arch-fiend of the Caribbean, the golden-pistoled Scaramanga. Aided by his sex-galore Confederate Mary Goodnight, 007 battles Scaramanga from a native bordello to a deluxe hotel to a cobra-infested swamp in the most blood-curdling death duel in the great Bond saga. So that sounds like a lot of fun and a lot of adventure. So looking forward to that, BookTube. So the history books, because you guys know that's primarily what the whole collection's about. So what did I pick up history-wise? So I only have 3 here, so this video shouldn't be too long. I was looking through the classics section because, as you know, I've been trying to broaden my horizons and read some of the classics. And lo and behold, look what I found for $3 in the classics. It's a Library of America, Henry Adams book, and it has Democracy, Esther, Mont Saint Michel, and Chartreuse, and The Education of Henry Adams. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced the 3rd book there, but anyway, Charts. The Education of Henry Adams. So I picked this up. You can never go wrong when you have, Library of America books and you find them for $3. You cannot go wrong on that. I picked that up. It's going to replace, I know I have Democracy in my collection, and I'm fairly certain I have The Education of Henry Adams. So I will pull those two books out of my collection and donate those, and this will replace them. So I thought that was excellent. This Library of America book is from, let's see, this one's a 1983 volume. So it says, here for the first time in a single convenient volume are the best known works of Henry Adams, one of the most powerful and original minds to confront the American scene from the Civil War to the First World War. With urbanity, wit, and unblinking eye, Adams, whose temperament and ideals were shaped by the legacy of his presidential ancestors, faced unsettling changes in American life and values, including the prospect of wringing infinite energy from nature. And it goes on to talk a little bit about the books, but pretty excited about that. Nice collection of Henry Adams. The next one here is Slavery, Secession, and Civil War. Views from the United Kingdom and Europe, 1856 to 1865, by Charles Adams. So real excited about that. You guys know that I do have a little library deal on there, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. But you guys know how I like my Civil War stuff, and so this sounds like it's going to give a alternative point of view, or from the European side anyway. And this is from Scarecrow Press, and it is a 2007 book. And let's see, how long is it? It's like 500 pages, so it's decent sized. 505 pages. So this one, let's read the back cover here. It says, with slavery, secession, and civil war, views from the United Kingdom and Europe, 1856 to 1865, noted historian Charles Adams assembles an extraordinary collection of articles never before compiled and made available for easy study. Written by foreign journalists during the American Civil War, foreign observers wrote in an atmosphere of freedom without the dangers that crippled and destroyed journalism in America. They were not jailed or silenced by armed soldiers, mobs, censorship. Furthermore, the Civil War was not their struggle, and readers will discover by looking at the quarrel from a distance, foreign correspondents could see what Americans could not. Slavery, Secession, and the Civil War presents a broad sweep of views from pro-North to pro-South, with foreign writers marshaling their arguments with facts and information. Among the many distinguished British journals represented are Blackwood's Magazine, the Saturday Review, Macmillan's Magazine, the Athenaeum, the Cornhill Magazine, the Economist, the Times, two periodicals edited by Charles Dickens, Household Words and All the Year Round. There are translated articles from the French La Presse and Revue des Deux Mondes. You'll have to excuse my French. The Italian La Civiltà Cattolica and Scritti Editi Inediti, and the Spanish Pensamiento Española and La Iberia. More than 12 political cartoons originally published in Punch are also included. Civil War historians and students will benefit from the fascinating observations afforded by the periodical literature offered. And so pretty excited about that. I always like reading about Civil War. It's good to get other points of view. So should be a good one. All right, and last on the list here, I can't pass up a Abraham Lincoln book. So a little bit more Civil War here. It's Abraham Lincoln and the Road to Emancipation, 1861 to 1865 by William L. Klingeman. Again, another library book there. It's got a neat wrap-around spine. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. This is from Viking books, and it is a 2001 edition. And so this will be good for the Lincoln collection, which is ever growing. Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation forever changed the course of American history. In Abraham Lincoln and the Road to Emancipation, William Klingeman provides a much-needed popular history of the making of the Emancipation Proclamation and its subsequent impact on race relations in America. Reconstructing the events that led to Lincoln's momentous decision, Klingeman takes his readers in a straightforward chronological narrative from Lincoln's inauguration on March 4th, 1861, through the outbreak of the Civil War and the Confederates' early military victories. Despite the abolitionists' urging, Lincoln was reluctant to issue an edict freeing the slaves, lest it alienate loyal border states. A succession of military reverses led Lincoln to try to obtain congressional approval of gradual compensated emancipation. But when all his plans failed, Lincoln finally began drafting an Emancipation Proclamation as a military weapon, what he described as his last card against the rebellion. Finally issued on January 1st, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation did not end the war or slavery overnight, and Klingeman follows the story through 2 more years of bloody war before final Union victory and Lincoln's tragic assassination. The book concludes with a brief discussion of how the Emancipation Proclamation, its language, and the circumstances in which it was issued have shaped American history. And so that should be really good. This will actually go really well with a book that I am listening to on audio. It's called Lincoln's Body, I think is what it's called. And I can't remember who the author is, but it's been talking about, with Lincoln and what he did during his presidency, and then just in his death, what the image of Lincoln has meant to America throughout. And it sounds like this one's going to kind of be not along the exact same lines, but it'll complement it very well. And so looking forward to that. Another good book to add to the Lincoln collection. So anyway, that's what I picked up this last weekend, BookTube. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe got some more ideas for your ever-growing TBRs. And if you're like me, you're starting to get stacks of books everywhere, and you need to start getting them read. That's the point I'm at. And I've been doing really good with my reading list, though. I don't want to complain. I've been knocking things out, and I have a whole bunch of books I'm in the middle of, and there's probably 3 or 4 of them that I am under 100 pages on. So I'll be starting to, knock that list down pretty quickly, and I'm very excited about making some headway. And soon I hope to make maybe at the end of September, here in a week now, we will be doing a TBR update, because as I told you, I've got a TBR elimination project going on, and I have been working on that, and I've been knocking books out here and there. And so I'd like to just share with you where I'm at with my project. I hope to maybe do like a monthly video on that and show that I didn't just come up with an idea and then let it go by the wayside. I have kept that in the forefront of my mind, and just trying to knock that out. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great week and gets some reading done. So until next time, BookTube, happy reading.